In the deepest reaches of the universe, far beyond the stars ever seen by human eyes, there existed a magnificent planet known as Cybertron, a world built not by nature but by advanced creation, where living machines called Transformers were born with minds capable of thought, emotion, loyalty, and choice, and for countless ages they lived as one civilization powered by the life-giving energy of the Allspark, until ambition and the desire for control slowly poisoned that harmony, dividing Cybertron into two opposing factions: the Autobots, guided by Optimus Prime, who believed that freedom, peace, and the protection of life were values worth fighting for, and the Decepticons, led by Megatron, who believed that only power, domination, and absolute strength could bring order to the universe. And as their ideologies collided, Cybertron was transformed into a planet of endless war, its glowing cities reduced to ruins, its skies filled with fire and destruction, and its future pushed to the edge of extinction, forcing Optimus Prime to make the most difficult decision of his existence by sending the remaining Autobots across the stars to a distant and fragile world called Earth in order to safeguard the last traces of the Allspark, knowing that if it fell into the wrong hands, countless worlds would suffer the same fate as Cybertron. And upon arriving on Earth, the Autobots chose to hide among humanity by taking the forms of everyday vehicles and machines, silently observing. A species unaware that their world had become the center of a cosmic conflict, learning about human courage, fear, kindness, and hope, and slowly forming bonds that would change the course of the war forever. Yet peace could never last, because Megatron and his Decepticons followed, descending upon Earth like a storm of fire and steel, turning cities into battlegrounds as skies burned, buildings trembled, and panic spread across the planet. And within this chaos legends were forged: Bumblebee, small yet fearless, proving that true strength comes from loyalty and heart; Ratchet working tirelessly to preserve life even in the middle of destruction; Ironhide standing as an unbreakable shield against overwhelming odds; while Starscream, Shockwave, and other Decepticons unleashed relentless devastation in their pursuit of power. Until destiny itself brought Optimus Prime and Megatron face to face in a confrontation that echoed the fall of Cybertron, a battle not simply between metal and weapons, but between freedom and tyranny, sacrifice and control, hope and fear, where every strike carried a weight of worlds and every decision shaped the future of the universe. And though the Autobots ultimately stood their ground and Earth was saved from total destruction, the war left its mark, reminding both humans and Transformers alike that peace is never permanent and freedom must always be defended. And as the echoes of battle faded and the stars grew silent once more, Optimus Prime sent a message across the cosmos, a message of hope, unity, and resistance, declaring that as long as even one Autobot stands for what is right, the light of freedom will never be extinguished. Yet somewhere in the darkness of space, the remnants of the Decepticons continue to move, watching, waiting, preparing, because the story of the Transformers is not a single battle or a single victory, but an eternal struggle between ideals that defines the fate of worlds. And as long as power is sought, through fear and freedom demands courage, the war for the universe will never truly end.